Oh my goodness. Hmm. Sorry, I'm a little chewy in the mouth. I just finished eating a granola bar. I made myself like an egg souffle situation. It was really good. I feel like I need to go brush my teeth again. um, the egg souffle situation was really good. I don't know if it's just my stomach this morning or what though, but it kind of like, oh, I used 2 eggs. Excuse me. Excuse me. 2 eggs, some cheese, um, some butter, and a touch of half and half, and beat it all up using my hand mixer, like my electric hand mixer, to really whip it up really good. Sorry, I keep touching my mouth. I might have to like quickly BRB and go brush my teeth again. Making me hungry, stop it. Sorry. It was really good, but yeah, like I used like a little mini loaf pan, and I'd say 3/4 of the way through it started making my stomach hurt, so then I decided to eat a granola bar. Because when I feel nauseous, salty things help a lot. But now I've got like granola bar pieces all in the mouth. The mustard yellow, yes, it's my favorite shade of yellow ever. As a matter of fact, it's the only shade of yellow. No, that's a lie, because I will also wear like pastel butter yellow, but this is my absolute favorite shade of yellow. It's the bestest. Hufflepuff yellow, yeah. But yeah. I also really like this shirt because it's like flowy and like kind of spring summery, but like because of the colors it is, I can wear it into the fall too. So, also, I've got the camera set up at kind of a weird angle today, but I feel like you can see, excuse me, goodness, down here a little bit better. I also adjusted the lighting. One day I'll have 2 cameras. One day I will have 2 cameras, and I'll have one that's like this. I like this. Yeah. The tables aren't going to stay like this. This is solely so that I can run a quilt through the sewing machine. But it's making me think about when I do turn everything back, setting the camera up differently, because I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Master Whiskers is guarding my water for me. Also, I moved a bunch of crap around this morning. I'm not using the sewing machine today, so my phone's just going to chill on it. But okay, the nose is on this sheet too. And my felt is over there. My train of thought just went out the window. But how's your week been so far? I have washed clothes. Oh, I canceled Stream Tuesday because I found out one of my friends was in hospital for a heart. She had a heart event caused by a heart condition she didn't know she had. 95% of people don't get to the hospital in time to have the surgery to fix the thing. She did. They had to do 2 surgeries. One to save her, basically, and then one to fix the problem. She's been in recovery. She's out of ICU. Today, she posted on her Facebook for the first time. She's actually been in hospital for, it was a week yesterday. Or wait, not a week yesterday. Yesterday was Wednesday. Today's Thursday. It would have been a week Tuesday. So when I found out exactly what was going on. Because I knew she was in hospital because she's my kid's teacher. But they didn't tell anything, and I don't get on Facebook all the time. I was on Facebook by chance and saw all my teacher friends posting about it, but she's doing good. I'm very happy about that. That's why I didn't stream Tuesday, though, because I was really upset about it. And I also think it's kind of crappy that, and I understand why they do it, to an extent, but I also think it's crappy that they don't let the kids know more what's going on. My daughter was told, your teacher's in the hospital, she has to have surgery, she might not be back before the end of the school year. Like, that's not a lot of information. And like, they're 4th graders. They can handle, you know, a little more information than that. If they were in kindergarten, where are my scissors? We've been pretty good back at work, so there's that. Good. Amanda's doing good. I know y'all had y'all's own stuff and surgery. So, yeah, she's doing well. Good. I'm glad. I mean, I figured as much when you streamed the other day, but my rude ass didn't ask how she was doing. Also, I need to turn my iron on. Good thing I don't need to iron anything big today because I have my lamp sitting on the ironing board today to kind of better light the stream situation. I have crap all over the place that needs to not be there. You ain't rude. I mean, I should have asked how she was doing when you were streaming the other day. And what else has happened this week? We got, what is this? Ugh. Go away. Thank you. Goodbye. got some of our plants for our garden planted. I also got, so last year the rabbits, so obviously we live out in the country, and this will be the third year, I think, of us doing a vegetable garden. First year we had no problems with critters. Last year, I think it's only been 3 years. This is either year 3 or year 4. But, oh crap, I can't iron this. Because I marked all of this with friction pins, which means the heat will make the markings go away. So I have to cut them out, then iron them, and hope it doesn't F up the shape too much. Yeah, this is either year 3 or year 4 of us doing a vegetable garden. Honestly, I can't remember at this point. But the first year or 2 years of us doing it, we didn't have any issues with critters. We have rabbits that frequent our yard, but oops, I dropped the piece. They didn't mess with the garden any. Last year, the rabbits discovered the garden. And I think it's because we tried to do watermelons last year, so the vines grew out a lot further than the actual garden beds. And I think that's what attracted the rabbits. So this year we're putting up just a little fence. We're not going going ham or anything like that. Tractor Supply sells these things. They're called step-in fence poles. And they have they're plastic fence posts with a stake. They'd be a mean ass javelin. They have a 6-inch metal spike at the end of them, so you can just push them into the ground. And then they have little, if this is the pole, they have little hooks that poke out like that you can just slot chicken wire or, box wire or hardware cloth or whatever onto, so that the fencing stays on the pole without having to do 1,500 wire ties and things like that. And we got them to do our chicken's little yard pen, because we can't really do free range because neighbors have dogs that'll eat chickens and wildlife and things like that. So we have, I guess it's sort of a chicken tractor, but not really a chicken tractor, that we move around the yard. So they get a fresh patch of grass every day that they go out, and they only don't go out when the weather's gross, because I don't like the rain and neither do chickens. So we've used them before, and they've held up pretty well. So we got 12 of them, and I think I got 75 feet of 2-foot high chicken wire. And I realize rabbits can jump higher than 2 feet, but we're hoping it's enough to just, if they can't easily just walk in, they won't fool with the garden. Because once they found the watermelons last year, they started on the tomatoes, and one of my tomato plants, and I was really mad about it because it was one of our, usually we do Roma tomatoes, and then we'll do big tomatoes, traditional tomatoes. So when I realized the rabbits were getting into the garden, it was because they had literally, like 2 inches from the ground, chomped through the stalk of one of my big tomato plants. So that was fun. And then we had an issue towards the end of the season. Excuse me, birds were attacking. Birds were eating the tomatoes. So, hopefully we don't have issues with the birds this year too. If we do, I think we're just gonna like throw some shade cloth over the garden. But yeah, so we got stuff to protect the garden from critters. I also mailed off one of the quilt sets. So the cozy camper quilt, Mr. Turtle, and those 4 Burt Cloths are currently on their way to Tennessee. As well as a few books that my girls wanted to give their baby cousin. So, very excited to have that shipped. So now all I have to do is finish this quilt set, which I keep thinking to myself, oh, I'll be able to ship it at the end of next week. I'm not going to be able to ship it at the end of next week. I still have to quilt the quilt, bind the quilt. I haven't started on Burt Cloths yet, and they don't take very long, but quilting the quilt is minimum 1 day. Whether I stream it or not, minimum 1 day, possibly 2 days. Burt Cloths are about 2 days, and this is about 2 days, give or take how long it takes me. I also still don't have beans to put in the little bean bag that's supposed to make this little fox stand up, so I need to figure that out. I should have gone by the dollar store and looked for stuffed animals or something that had poly pellets in it the other day, because I bet they had all the Easter plushies on clearance. Oh well. But yeah, so I have to, because I don't want to put like actual beans in it, because I want it to be able to go in the washing machine, and you can't wash beans or rice. How long have you had chickens? We've had chickens, we've had the big chickens for a year. They made a year-old March 9th, I think. Which I wish you could like train chickens to eat bugs off of vegetable plants, but not eat the vegetable plants or the vegetables on the vegetable plants, because then I wouldn't have to occasionally spray for bugs, because we get freaking what are they called? Greenhorn worms, caterpillars, whatever. I don't know. They're a moth larvae and I'm sure people have seen them. You can get blue ones too to like feed frogs and lizards and stuff. Um, but they're these fat caterpillar boys, uh, and they will decimate a garden in no time flat if they don't get removed. So, unfortunately, I do have to occasionally spray the garden. But yeah, I've had chickens for a year now. We've had the big girls for a year. Which I love our chickens. I'm super excited to or not to yeah, I'm super excited to have more to have been able to get more this year. That's what I was trying to say. Oop. Ad starts in 41 seconds. Toot. Oh, that might be Tazzy snoring. Yeah, we've got, so the chickens, the big chickens, the ones that I've had a year, we have 2 Rhode Island Reds and 3, they're called cuckoo Morans. Like cuckoo, like a cuckoo clock. The cuckoo Morans are black and gray speckled. They almost look like bar rocks, but bar rocks are black and white speckled, and these are black and gray speckled. And so the reds are well behaved chickens, I guess you could say. The Morans are attitudey, and so like when we let them out of the yard pen to go back in their coop at the end of the day, it's quite hilarious because the reds almost always go straight in. And the Morans are like, oh no, 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 you've let us out of the yard pen, even though we've been foraging all day long. We're gonna go run to the fence row and go in the trees, and we want to forage here. So then, you know, we have to go in the trees after them, and I've got to grab them out, and they're big giant pains in the booty. And then the babies this year, we have another Rhode Island Red, an Easter Egger, 2 blue Jersey Giants. And then we got, about a month after we got those 4, the feed store finally got the chickens they were supposed to get in stock, and we got 2 sapphire olive eggers. or sapphire gem olive eggers. I've seen them called both, but basically they're like blue-gray chickens that will lay olive-colored eggs. And hopefully our Easter egger lays blue eggs, because so Rhode Island Reds lay like light brown / cream colored eggs. They're not quite white eggs. And then the Cuckoo Morans lay medium to dark brown eggs. We had Easter eggers. They're fun. Oh, cool. Do y'all have chickens now? Or can y'all have chickens? I don't know, because like I know I've asked LB why she doesn't have chickens, or if she wanted chickens, and she can't have them because of their HOA. I've become like that crazy chicken lady that's like, everybody needs to have chickens. If you can have chickens, if you have a yard, you can have a chicken. Nope. But we did for 2 years. Cool. Yeah, we're hoping our Easter egger, because we originally, the idea was to get 2 Easter eggers and 2 of something else from Tractor Supply. And then to get the olive eggers from our local feed store. But they got that. I didn't know. And also I like getting the chickens earlier, because then they start laying earlier and yada yada yada. But I didn't realize that people were going to be chicken crazy this year, at least around here. So they got the chickens, and like I went by Tractor Supply to see what chickens they had in when they first got them, before I went grocery shopping. Excuse me. And they had Easter eggers, Rhode Island Reds, the Jersey Giants, what else did they have? Oh, Leghorns. They had white and brown Leghorns, and then I think they had some Bannies, or Bantams. And so like I text my husband and I was like, hey, these are the type of chickens that they have. I think I want to get 2 Easter eggers or 3 Easter eggers and 2 of the Jersey Giants. And he was like, okay, that's fine. And so I went grocery shopping, which only took me like an hour and 20 minutes ish. Went back to Tractor Supply to go get the chickens, and they had 1 Easter egger left. And so I got the 1 Easter egger, a Rhode Island Red, and 2 of the Jersey Giants. But yeah, they went so fast. And our Easter egger, her name's April. The children named her. Her name's April, and she is so dramatic. So I handle my chickens a lot, especially with the babies. We ordered ours online. Oh yeah. I thought about doing that, but the minimum is like you have to order 10 chickens. And I was like, but I already have 5 chickens. I don't want 10 more chickens. And then my mom ordered her chickens online. She got silkies, and we did 6. Yeah, the minimum for us is you have to order 10 from Tractor Supply. If you order from Tractor Supply, you have to order a minimum of 10. And then a lot of if you order directly from a hatchery, because apparently there are no, like, local chicken hatcheries in Mississippi, which is weird, but whatever. But all the hatcheries that I looked at that had good reviews as far as like health of chickens and them arriving safely and things like that, you had to order like 15 or 20 of them. My mom ordered silkies through Tractor Supply, so she ordered 10 of them. Her first shipment, they shipped them in like mid-February when it was still freezing outside. And like it was freezing here, and the babies were shipping from like Ohio or somewhere like that. I can't remember. Somewhere up north. I can't remember where. So like all of them but one died because of exposure to the cold, basically. So she, called Tractor Supply, and they were like, well, call the hatchery and da-da-da-da, and she got 10 more to replace the ones that did not survive the trip. So she's got 11 silkies. And they're cute, but like silkies don't lay big eggs. She wants them. Also, she cracked me up. She was like, I want them as pets. But she's allergic to pine. And she has had them. They're outside now because it's warmed up enough. When she had them in the house, she had them in pine shavings. And I kept telling her, it's a little more expensive, but they make paper shavings. Like, get paper shavings so you're not freaking your allergies out. So you can handle your chickens. So now she has 11 silkies that are afraid of her. Because she couldn't handle them a bunch because of the pine shavings. And her and my dad built her coop, and she built a really nice coop, and then, or hen house, and then she ordered a, like, covered dog run to put up against the hen house for, like, their chicken run, and then she also made, a chicken, it's called a chicken tractor. It's a movable chicken run. And she's all excited about it. But she keeps telling me, she's like, they're so scared of me. I was like, it's because you didn't mess with them. I was like, it's like, you have to, I was like, even now, I said, they're still babies. I was like, you need to, go out there when the weather's nice and handle them. She's like, oh, there's other stuff I could be doing. I was like, well, I don't know what to tell you then. And I suspect one of our new babies is a rooster, which I'm not the most pleased about. I'll go get her in a minute when I finish cutting these pieces out. I'll go grab her because it's rainy today, so they can't go out in the yard. I'll go grab Miss Ophelia, who might become Mr. Ollie, because we suspect that she might be a rooster. which I haven't named our olive eggers yet, which I told my husband, I was like, what if I don't what if I don't name the new babies until we figure out if Ophelia is gonna stay Ophelia or if we're gonna change her name to Ollie, and then I can name one of the new babies Ophelia? And he's like, no. He's like, you can't do that. That's weird. So I hope that she's just developing faster than the others. And see, and the big reason I think she's a rooster is because supposedly we have two Blue Jersey Giants, assuming that I was, told and sold the correct chickens at Tractor Supply. She's, I'd say, she visually looks about a third bigger than her sister, but weight-wise, they feel the same, but her tail feathers are much longer than any of the other three. And her comb and wattles are already starting to fill out and turn red. So, I don't know. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. But like I told my mom when she was over the other day, I was like, if we had to have one be a rooster, I would rather it be her out of all of them because she's my favorite, so she's the most handled, and I continue to handle her the most because I suspect she's going to be a rooster. And hopefully that way we won't have any issue with her being aggressive towards me particularly, because I mess with the chickens the most out of anyone. But also, if she's a rooster, she'll be twice the size, full grown, she'll be twice the size of our already full grown chickens. So she'll be able to, if she's a rooster, really assert dominance and keep everybody in line. But I don't know. I hope she's not a rooster, but if she is, I'd rather it be her than any of the other ones. And then our two little olive eggers, we're hoping neither of them are a rooster, because that would be grand. We don't know what we're going to name them. I haven't had like any stroke of brilliance or inspiration yet. Husband thinks he wants to name one of them Charlie, which I'm fine with. I like Charlie as a name in general, and we named ours all egg dishes. Oh my gosh. See, we can't, I mean, we could do that, but I grew up on a farm, and Brulee, Golden, Florentines. That's hilarious. Um, that's what we'll do because we've been talking about maybe next year getting some meat chickens. And so our new Rhode Island Red, the girls named her Sunny. But I don't think they were thinking like sunny side up because they've never had sunny side up eggs because I don't like sunny side up eggs. I don't like fried eggs. But I grew up on a farm, so all the animals that we always had growing up that were food animals, like to be and eaten as food, were named food things. So like we had pigs named things like bacon and ham bone and pork chop, and cows named hamburger and steak and things like that. But we've been talking about maybe next year getting meat chickens, and the girls are still gonna want to name them, so they'll be named, you know, Nugget and Chicken Patty and things, food things. Ow, that hurt. I didn't quite stab myself with my scissors. I just kind of banged them into my hand, but it hurt. Called food and yeah. Yeah, we always, because we were like, my girls are 10 and 12. When we moved here, when we moved from Georgia to Mississippi, I was about to turn 7. That makes too much sense. Yeah, right? Hi, Pixie. How are you? Yeah, when we moved from Georgia to Mississippi, I was about to turn 7. We got our first pig when I was 8, and so my brother was 6. So yeah, it was, we were so excited to have a pig. Oh, the pig, you know? And my dad was like, no, pig is food. We're going to name the pig Bacon. And yeah. Doing well. How are you? I'm doing good. I had a rough start to the week, but I'm doing much better now. I'm glad you are doing well. Yeah, the man we used to get our pigs from also raised homing pigeons, which I thought, like, I think they were homing pigeons, but I think he used them for like racing or sold them to people that used them for racing or something like that. I don't remember exactly, but I remember thinking that it was the coolest thing because I didn't know you could raise pigeons. I thought pigeons were wild animals. So I remember thinking it was the coolest freaking thing that this dude had all these pigeons. And I tried convincing my dad for like a full year to let me get a pet pigeon. And eventually pigeon turned into I just want a bird and I got a cockatiel for Christmas. My oldest would want, yeah, pigeons. And why geese? Geese are evil. Your oldest has clearly never been chased by a goose. Glad to hear it. It's officially spring up here, so oh yeah. So we've had 2 false springs so far, I think. I think 2. But I think we're full into spring now. Untitled Goose Game, yeah. Geese are evil. There's a pair of Canadian geese that, they must belong to somebody around here. But they fly around the area. We see them all the time. And it used to just be a pair of them. I think there's like 4 or 5 of them now. I stress out so bad when they come in our yard because I don't want them in our yard. But I am afraid of them because I've been chased by a goose before. I've also been chased by a peacock before at the zoo, which peacocks are also scary. Yeah, Untitled Goose Game. Untitled Goose Game is so funny though. Yeah, geese are demons. Demon birds. I also don't love swans. They look too much like geese. But yeah, I've pretty much been draining and having allergy flare-ups. What's today? Today's April 12th? 13th? I don't know what today is. Got bit by a pet Canadian goose when I was 2. Don't remember it, but a true. Yeah, 100%. Honestly, valid fear, even if you've never been bit or chased by a goose before, they're just scary. Apparently, I tried to give it a kiss. I mean, that's heckin' adorable. I just got a message notification, but apparently it got deleted. Try. I feel like a 2-year-old trying to kiss a goose tracks. Not because of who you are, Strawberry, but just because 2-year-olds. Like, I don't feel like there's a 2-year-old in the world who, upon seeing a goose for the first time, their reaction would either be immediate fear or I want to touch, hug, kiss said animal. My baby will be 2 in 4 months. Aww. That's crazy. That's crazy. Time is crazy. I remember when you were pregnant. And now your baby is almost 2. Alexa and Fox are pregnant. Chickens are velociraptors if they were bigger than us. Oh, 100%. Also, I love the chicken dinosaurs. Um, I love it when they run across the yard because they bounce from side to side. When chickens run and don't like flap their wings to run faster, um, they 100% your dinosaur is showing, madam. By the way, we had Barred Plymouth Rock, a well summer, a golden comet, and 2 Easter eggers. I don't know what a well summer is. I have to look that up. I might also be saying it wrong. Did you see my Instagram post? No, I didn't. In August? Oh my goodness. That's 4 months away. Congratulations. I definitely didn't see your Instagram post. Have you mentioned that? I mean, Fox has barely streamed. I feel like I knew that. Those gray and black almost. Oh, gotcha. Plymouth is. Oh. Well, summer is brown. Yeah, I knew the Plymouth were the gray and black or black and white. Haven't really said anything, was a bit nervous about reactions. Why? That's posted our gender reveal pictures. Oh, I'm gonna have to look. Cause I'm pretty sure I follow you on Instagram, but also Instagram's weird and like, because I've been on such a K-pop kick for such a long time, 90% of my Instagram feed is either K-pop accounts I follow or suggested K-pop accounts, and I like have to actively go, like even like Fox's post, I have to go like actively look for them. Posted, not in Discords. Okay. Yeah, haven't really said anything, was a bit nervous about reactions. I don't think you have anything to be nervous about. I think everybody will be extremely happy for you. Heard cake pops at first. Go get you a cake pop, girl. But yeah, I don't think anybody will be anything but happy. All the babies. All the babies. Everybody have babies except for me. I'm not having any more babies. Oh, yeah. Oops. Crap. Oops. No. You're fine. You are 100% fine. I mean, you can't hear me. glad the ad didn't take over the screen. Yeah, no, I don't mind y'all telling me, you know, that you're in an ad, especially like if I'm talking, you know, quote unquote directly to you, and an ad pops up and you're like, hey, can't hear you, ad. Like, that's 100%